Hi guys, this is Mark from ChaseBeyond.com. I want to talk a little bit about the AI, the artificial intelligence, computer simulation, human cognitive and social processes, and management thought. This is from December 1966. I want to come down here, and back in 1966, they were talking about how a computer can manage the processes of our offices and manufacturing. And it says some things down here about, I thought this was back in 1966, and they had the ability back then where a computer could be developed to beat their inventors, translate text from one language to another, write music, and learn to improve their own performance. So this is, as he said, cognitive behavior, which intelligent behavior. And he says, in brief, these programs enable computers to exhibit behavior that we regard as intelligent when we observe it in human beings. Now, this last year, there was a movie written by an algorithm, and it's called Sunspring. They said it was a great movie. I have not seen it. Ours is excited to be hosting this online debut of Sunspring, a short science fiction film that's not entirely what it seems. And what happened was they named the AI, the artificial intelligent computer, Benjamin, and this director, Oscar Sharp, made the movie for Science Sci-Fi London. And from what we understand, Sharp's longtime collaborator, Ross Goodwin, is an AI researcher at New York University. So he supplied the movie's AI writer, initially called Jetson. As the cast gathered around a tiny printer, Benjamin spat out the screenplay, complete with almost impossible stage direction, like he is standing in the stars and sitting on the floor. Then Sharp randomly assigned roles to the actors in the room. As soon as we had read through, everyone around the table was laughing their heads off with delight, Sharp told ours. Now listen, this is a computer writing a script. They simply put in the algorithms and a computer spit out the process from the algorithms that were brought into it. And this is a computer learning and creating a manuscript on its own using simply information you put into it. For instance, if I wanted to write a book, and I would simply put in 7 or 8 books that I read that deals with the thesis of what I want to write about. The computer takes all those books. I put in simply my thesis of what I want to attain from reading these books, and the book is written by the computer, not me. We are living in a day where everything is changing. This is from the Huffington Post as a blog. A new generation of transhumanists is emerging. Despite its growing popularity, many people around the world still don't know what transhumanism means. Transhumanism literally means beyond human. And some would believe, and the most important thing here, the most important aim for many transhumanists is to overcome human morality, a goal some believe is achievable by 2045. Now think about that. They want to overcome our morality. In other words, saying everything's off. You can do whatever you want to do to enjoy life. And that's where the transhumanist agenda is set. And they're believing it can be done. They are using molecular biophysics that are bringing the atomic age along with the biological age together to bring forth transhumanism. And it is an amazing thought that is happening. Transhumanists believe the more people that support transhumanism, the more private and government resources will end up in the hands of organizations and companies that aim to improve human lives and bring morality to an end. Think about that. I want to go over here and think about This is quantum computers now and how they work. This is the new computing today. No longer with processors that are transistors, but microprocessing goes into the atomic age. And we will, it says here, will we ever have the amount of computing power we need or want? If, as Moore's law states, the number of transistors in a microprocessor continues to double every 18 months, the year 2020 or 2030 will find the circuits in a microprocessor measured on an atomic scale. And the logical next step will be to create quantum computers, which will harness the power of atoms and molecules to perform memory and processing tasks. Quantum computers have the potential to perform certain calculations significantly faster than any silicon-based computer. So I asked myself, and I went over here and I asked the question, is the atom smaller than the DNA, or is the DNA smaller than an atom? And listen to this, the DNA strand is very, very long. Within a strand, then you have all these different molecules within a strand of DNA. So when you come in to figure it out, you have, at the most 38 atoms in one DNA. So an atom is smaller than a DNA. And so I want you to think about this for just a moment. If you have the ability then to construct a computer that's working on the molecular or the atomic level, you're dealing with things that are smaller than a DNA. That means that you can actually rewrite your DNA because now you can take a computer and put it inside your DNA. That's where we're going, friends. And I'm going to tell you, when I look at the scripture in Daniel chapter 12, where it says, knowledge will continually increase. And then we think that, and people will go to and fro. And I was reading this the other day. SpaceX plans to send 2 tourists around the moon in 2018. But then it gets into a much larger picture here. And as I close, I want you to think about this. When you think about the mark of the beast, the mark is going to maybe rewrite our DNA. How do you do that? Well, if computing now is at the molecular scale, and we're dealing with subatomic information within quantum physics and quantum computing, what we're dealing with then is the ability to rewrite our program or to connect with an AI intelligence. We're dealing with something far deeper. And the last thought then is this. If this happens, will we have the image of God? Or will we be living having an image of a beast? Something that is unnatural, but become completely digital. This is where I'm telling you the transhumanists are wanting us to go today. Transhumanism is wanting us to become something more than we are, man and machine, taking on that singularity. They said by 2045 this is going to happen. Now, something to think about, and I hope that the Lord blesses you today. I'll talk to you again.